Addictions, including your addiction to the sociopath, don't just go away. You must choose yourself, your health and well-being over the addiction. So, how do you do this? I'm Donna Andersen, author of Lovefraud.com. This is our Love Fraud series on 5 steps to recovery from the sociopath. Today I'll explain the second step, finding the strength to choose yourself. Okay, let's get started. When you learn the truth about your relationship with a sociopath, that it was all fake and the person never really cared about you, you're devastated. You feel like you've been hit by a steamroller. The searing emotional pain goes to the core of your being. You may wonder, how can you possibly get over this? Maybe you try to power through, assuming that time heals all ills. Actually, I'm not so sure that's true, at least when it comes to deep emotional pain. From what I can see, based on the thousands of stories I've collected, if we don't deal with the pain, we end up with more of the same down the road. And it's certainly not true with addictions. Overcoming an addiction requires a determined effort. As we discussed last week, addiction is a key feature of relationships with sociopaths. To recover emotionally, you must choose yourself, your health and well-being, over the addiction. So, how do you do this? First, you have to find the will to live. For some people, this may be difficult. Some people feel so crushed that they start thinking it would be better not to wake up in the morning. In fact, there are vile sociopaths who actually say this to their targets. I really, really hope that this does not apply to you. But if you are experiencing suicidal ideation, please understand that this is probably a symptom of depression, and depression can be overcome. I have an excellent interview about depression on the True Lovefraud Stories podcast. I interviewed Mandy Friedman, a licensed professional counselor. Mandy explains that depression is a brain state. It's chemical and neurobiological. It is not a character flaw. Essentially, your brain gets sick, and it can get better. So, if you are experiencing suicidal thoughts, or if the sociopath has been encouraging suicidal thoughts, please seek professional assistance right away. No relationship with a sociopath is worth harming yourself over. If you really feel like you're falling apart, please go to a hospital. Okay, so let's assume that you are willing to stay alive. That's great. But our goal here is to help you emotionally recover from the sociopath so that you can truly live. Remember, the relationship with the sociopath is an addiction. Addictions don't just go away. Anyone who has quit smoking, drinking, drugs, or any other addiction knows that it's hard work. You need to choose yourself, your health and well-being, over the addiction. And then you need to work on your recovery day in and day out. A relationship with a sociopath is exactly the same. As I said previously, you cannot simply put it behind you. You cannot fully recover by locking your devastation into an internal closet, never to be opened, while attempting to go through the motions of living. If you do this, you simply end up with an emotional cancer within you, eating away at your life force. You deserve to have joy, happiness, companionship, and even real love in your life. Emotional recovery makes it all possible. So, how do you get started? By choosing yourself. Now, this may feel really foreign to you. The sociopath probably demanded all your attention and energy and made you feel worthless to boot. But perhaps you've always put other people before yourself. If you grew up with disordered parents, you may have quickly learned to be sensitive to their emotions and demands. As a kid, it was a survival strategy. The better you were at reading their moods, the better your chances of avoiding their wrath. Putting others first may have helped you to survive childhood, but it may have also turned you into a people pleaser. If so, doing for everyone but yourself may feel natural to you. In fact, you may feel like you have no right to make decisions based on what is best for you. Well, it's time to change that mindset. It's time to recognize your own value so that you can put yourself first. Here are 6 ways to do it, to find the strength to put yourself first. Number 1, list the ways that you create value in the world. What skills and talents do you have? What have you done for other people? How have you contributed to your family, community, company, organization, church, or charity? Make a list and don't be shy. Your contributions matter. Here's number 2. Make an inventory of your good qualities. Are you kind, generous, smart, talented, conscientious, hardworking, affectionate, successful, or even athletic? You must have good qualities because that's why the sociopath targeted you. Here's number 3. Think about your goals in life. What do you really want to do or accomplish? What gives your life meaning? Becoming happy and healthy will help you to make your goals easier to achieve. Here's number 4. Who do you value in your life? Who do you really care about? Children, parents, or other family members? Are you devoted to your church or community? Perhaps you have fur babies. Pets or other animals count just as much. Here's number 5. Use anger productively. Anger, when appropriate, has a purpose. Anger motivates you to protect yourself and the people you love. When you've been betrayed by a sociopath, your anger is justified. Use it to tell yourself that you will not let this person ruin the rest of your life. And finally, here's number 6. Draw on your higher power. Whether you're a member of a faith community or you focus on your own personal connection to spirit, know that God or guidance wants you to be happy, healthy, and fulfilled. You may have faced some tough lessons, but your higher power supports your continued growth. So, those are 6 ways to find the strength to choose yourself. The objective here is to remind yourself of your own value. After being exploited, ridiculed, or demeaned by the sociopath, you may feel like you no longer have value, but this is not true. You are worthy. Simply due to the fact that you were born, you are worthy. If you have forgotten this important truth, These 6 strategies can help you to remember. Use whatever works for you. Find that spark of worthiness and value within you. And that's where you'll find the strength to choose yourself and do what you need to do. If you need assistance with your recovery, you'll find it at Lovefraud. We have thousands of articles that explain sociopathic behavior. We have webinars by therapists and other experts to help you to escape and recover. If you want individual support, I offer personal consultations, deep emotional release sessions, and Reiki. There's even a 12-week Recover and Rebuild program to help you visualize and create the life you truly want. Just go to lovefraud.com/talk to Donna. Even after the sociopath, full recovery is possible. Lovefraud is here to help you.